Good morning everybody, welcome back to Cilinix Crypto, welcome to the channel if you're new, and welcome to this new video right here on Solana. Right, we're going to do a full update. I try to keep you updated on every relevant price action at least that's happening with Solana. And there are some things we need to talk about today as well. Technically Solana is still in the same situation as it was the last time we covered it, which was on Monday, I think. And that is that we're consolidating, all right? We're consolidating on top of 145, and then the main resistance level seems to be 153, all right? So that's the main level we want to break above if we still want to get to that next resistance level between 171 and 165. 165 being a massive high time frame resistance level, and then you can see the yearly rolling VWAP towards 171. So that's where we want to get. However, well, all right. Before we talk about what I think is most likely for Solana here, first let's talk some things around this. I mean, the fundamentals for Solana are still pretty good. They've decreased a little bit over the last couple of days. It's not that's not that bad. TVL is also still holding. It's obviously much lower than January, but that's also because the price is much lower. And the markets as a whole are quite stable. I mean, Bitcoin is very stable. There's no decrease or there's no breakdown in Bitcoin dominance yet. And what we are seeing is that some altcoins are performing perfectly well, but a lot of the majors, like Solana. So this is Sol BTC, right? So this is relative strength of Solana against Bitcoin. A lot of majors, Solana, XRP, Dogecoin, they're losing against Bitcoin, especially in the last 2 days. So that's a development we do have to keep an eye on, because if that continues, then that could be, well, not disastrous for Solana, but that does increase the likelihood of getting a bearish breakout, all right? Because that is essentially, getting back to the technicals of Solana, the main thing we have to evaluate and we have to analyze, all right? It's quite clear on the higher time frames what's going on. We have an uptrend here. We're shifting from balance level to balance level. Right now, we've been able to find some sort of balance between 144 and 153, which is on top of the POC of the range that we are in, which is around 145. So that's all. Technically, that's still bullish, all right? And while the market is also still pretty resilient, pretty strong, that's also why I still think technically it is most likely that we're going to get that bullish breakout, all right? So I do think that is most likely if we take into account everything that we know. But then on the same hand, or on the same, I don't think that's correct English, but then on the other side, what we also know is that the strength and the volume that we had last week, we do not have that, or at least we haven't seen that so far this week, all right? So that's bearish. And then outside of that, Solana is also kind of compressing against the support right here. It's not really respecting the value area low anymore, while it did respect the value area high very much on Monday. And compressing against support makes it more likely we're going to get that bearish breakdown. So you have, at some point of time, you have to ask yourself the question, if we do not see that type of strength return that we saw last week, and there's no major fundamental news for Solana which could push the price up, and Solana is losing strength against Bitcoin, which is also not breaking out, by the way, then at some point of time we're going to get that bearish breakdown, all right? So even though at this point of time I would still say the bullish breakout technically is more likely, I would not buy Solana because of that expectation right now. I would wait for the breakout, and I would be equally as ready for that move between below 145, 144. Which is definitely possible if we we're one bearish headline away from doing that, all right? Because there is not a lot of strength right now in Solana, regardless of what the trend looks like on the higher time frames. So those are my thoughts. I think that's what you need to know this morning. Hopefully it helps, but that's it. So for now, thank you for watching. Make sure to join the Telegram or Discord groups for more crypto related content. You can also follow me on X. But that's it. So thank you for watching. Take care and bye.